guys, welcome back to Outer Crib Primer, where we love us some what?
Blue motorcycles.
Blue motorcycles that literally just drove me crazy.
This is RC.
This is RC, yes. This is an RC. Okay, first of all, let me just show you the packaging real quick. So here's how my RC came in from Amazon.
Yeah, well, it was delivered by USPS.
Yes, and which was inside, mind you, an envelope like this, which Chomper, my big boy, is really wanting that. But this is the Legacy, this is the box, this is the RC, it was all beat up. I'll probably try and check that out. There's your little obligatory artwork, 20 steps of a nightmare transformation. We will get into that, and thank you so much, Amazon, for sending this out to me as quickly as you did. I really do appreciate that. This is not really supposed to be released, I think, till July, and Amazon sent this out to me today, actually. Let me know I could have it yesterday, and it came in today, so got very next day. You do get this nice little clear plastic, little like medallion thing that you want to. But I'm going to tell you something. This is a nightmare, and we're going to talk about why it's a nightmare. Aesthetically, she looks good. I mean, she really does look good. She looks really good. Transformation and pegging everything and getting things to place where it's supposed to. And I love the little kickstand they give, so you can have that little kickstand where you can actually set it up like so if you choose to do so. But I will be honest with you. I hate its transformation. Absolutely despise it. And we're going to take a look at why. I mean, art teacher here, she was like helping me out.
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I typically
things that would peg in and would take a long time to peg in. When he would go to do another step, would unpeg easily, just come out.
Come out. So I finally got it. Here's the problem with this figure. This right here. This piece right here. This just has friction tabs, which is right here, which is to tab into this little spot right here, and then you have the tabs that's here on the side that are just supposed to tab in and stay. They do not. Even in robot mode, this does not stay on. It constantly falls off, and that's the bummer. With that, it makes the whole figure extremely loose. Extremely loose. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece off here, which is the front tire, which I will show you this, that I do think is a beautiful aesthetic. That does look beautiful. But as you can see, you have these little teeny tiny little tabs. Over here, you got two of them. Now, this thing spins. Let me put RC back right there. As it spins, you see you're supposed to line it up and then fold it up and then try to re-find those tabs again to close it fully up. And in my figure, I don't know if it's for everyone's, but mine just does not want to stay tabbed, the front tire nor the back tire. So we now have taken those two pieces off, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset because it is a parts forming transformer. I gotta be honest with you. If you've got, I'm going to be absolutely honest. If you already have the prom version that came out, she's the better of the figures. I was thinking I had her close by, but I don't think I do to show her off. Little blue RC. But what we're going to do is we're going to untab these back tires, which now want to stay tabbed. I mean, I did force these things closed. Now it's like, I'm not opening it up. We are on camera. I am not opening up. Daggum. I don't think it is going to open. There we go. So with that, those untab, the legs come out like so. As you can see, there's her head. From there, you're going to take this piece back here, bring the legs back, untab them out of this peg right here, bring this down, close that up, and then you can bring the toe up like so. There is a leg all done. You will untab this one, and at the same time, You will close this piece up. You will close this down. You will turn this around like so. And in doing so, another leg is all done. Except for me trying to get this toe undone. There we go. So now you have what looks like what in the cluster. But what you do now is you untab the arms, bring them out. When you do that, you bring the waist up and bring it up. And in doing so, with mine, which now doesn't make any sense because look at that. That's just, there's a, now how in the world, Otto, did you mess up the transformation going back into robot mode after already doing this several times? How did you get the legs backwards? How in the world did that happen? How did I do this? Let's just bring our arms up and tab them in right now. Let's just bring that back and just close it there for a second. Bring our arms down and let me bend them like so. As Otto has to figure out how in the world did I get her legs backwards? That's talent, people. That is absolute talent right there. So what I'm going to do is you do have this piece right here that can untab if you need it to. Just, I guess, turn her waist back around, bring it there, and just reattach her pelvis back to it. Which, be right there, bring that up. Now you have where her legs are not backwards. And there we have RC in her transformation. I will say I'm not a big fan of her feet. We will look at that too. And this waist does not tab in anywhere, as you can see. So she's very loose. But let's take a look at everything else. She does have the wrist rotations, which are small, but she does have those, which this piece here does move up and moves back. And when it moves back, you get a wrist rotation, as you see. This piece here will also push back into the final transformation, which brings her arms there. You do get a nice little, about a 90 degree, a little under a 90 degree angle of a bend. You do have a nice looking head sculpt, and it has light piping, as you can see. On top of that, you do have a waist rotation. The legs will kick all the way up and kick all the way back, and you get just a 90 degree angle. Now, the interesting thing too is that her feet bother me. And here's the reason why. Okay, you have it where it's on this little peg, and yes, you do get this nice rocker, but she is not level with her standing. Her feet, her toes do tip down, but you're not able to push this or push it back. And if you look closely at her feet, if you have to kind of position them where the toes will stay down. Now, it does say that you're supposed to take this piece here and have it on her back, and that it's supposed to just be a friction tab into this piece here, and that's how it's supposed to stay. But aesthetically and everything, that is supposed to close down, and then this is supposed to go on into the friction tab, which my brain is really fried with this figure, if you can't tell. It has vexed me to no end, because trying to get that to friction in and stay has been the bane of my existence with this figure. So there you have that. There's RC. Let me bring my camera back up. So there's RC right there. You do have these that you can untab. You can tab these into her ports in the side of her arm, like so. And you can do it out on both sides if you want to. And it's however you want it. You can have it where they're backwards, going back like that, if you want that, or they could be at the front like that, like blades. And then I guess this is supposed to be her weapon, but to me it kind of looks like a drone. But she can hold that in her hand. It's very tight though. It is extremely tight for that right there. But as you can see, even in that little bit of movement, we have already lost this piece right here. This piece right here. Like I said, if you've already got the RC from the Prom series when that came out, or if you can get a hold of it, I highly recommend getting that one over this one. It's just a very loose figure. It's just a very pain in the booty to transform, and everything having to be tabbed, and it doesn't really tab well, as you can see, and things don't stay frictioned together well. It looks decent, it looks good, but a recommend for me is I don't know. I think this figure suffers from the parts forming, and I am not typically a collector that bothers me, but in this figure, I have to say that does really take away from the enjoyment of the transformation. I will probably not ever transform her again after this review, to be completely honest with you. I will probably put her on my shelf and let her look beautiful that way, and hope that this here stays tabbed and frictioned in. I do love the head sculpt. I do love the paint apps. I do love, there is a lot of love that did go into the figure. You can definitely tell. But overall, she does have her issues. She's a very good price right now on Amazon. I believe right now Amazon's got a couple left that you can probably get. That's one reason why I'm able to do this review right now. But I guess that's about it. I think that's it. That's all I have to say about RC. As always, like my grandpa said, hold on to something in your youth. You'll never grow old. Look to the stars, grab one for yourself. Bye, guys.